This is a pretty old one. I wrote this when within the first year of starting coming out here, but I'm going to send this tape to my mom, so I'm doing this one for my foster mother. Bad luck blessings. My dear Lord, where have you gone? This road is so rocky that I'm traveling on. Don't you see, God, or don't you care that my kids are hungry and need new shoes to wear? I finally found a job and rented us a place. It was really a basement, but it was our space. My job was great, but the pay was meager. The doctor taught me how to heal, and I was so eager to help return those who ailed to health. Gratification was my prize of wealth. But truly, I lived from week to the next week. Rent was due, so for the landlady I went to seek. I couldn't find her, so I slid the check through the door. I looked, and I could see it lying on the foyer floor. A few days later, we were putting things away for the night when came a loud banging on the door, which gave me quite a fright. There stood the county sheriff in all his glory. He had a notice of eviction and refused to hear my side of the story. He and his deputies our belongings did unload, after which he unceremoniously told us to hit the road. I thought and agonized over what to do. The landlady had all my money, which is absolutely true. We put our stuff in the bed of my 64.5 Chevy pickup truck. We slept, the kids in the cab, and me in the bed, due to our bad luck. The next day I called the bank and stopped payment on that check. The lying landlady had already evicted us, so what the heck. I grabbed a stack of those free papers containing ads, hoping to find a new home for me and my lads. I scoured through each of those papers to no avail. I had children to house and feed. I must not fail. I was getting desperate to find my family an adequate abode. I couldn't keep my boys in a pickup truck on the side of the road. Finally, an ad that held a solution caught my eye. It was an ad for a pop-up tent trailer I did spy. So with nearly my last dime, I purchased that tent. Then when the summer winds blew hard, the canvas they did rent into long, mocking shards of dancing tatters. I was dejected, feeling like nothing really matters. So, onto one of my son's yard we then retreated. I felt like a failure who had been completely defeated. I was glad that young man's father let us park in his yard. I was hoping life would quit being so unbearably hard. But, once again, this was not to be the case. My son overdosed on acid and tried to rip flowers from my face. What could I do to get us all back on the right track? I simply gave up, and our few belongings I began to pack and place into that faithful old Chevy pickup truck, pondering all the while how anyone could have such bad luck. From California to Arizona, we then did proceed to start all over again out of the very real need, to have a home that was safe for the sake of my children. I simply pulled myself up by my bootstraps to begin a new job in another new, unfamiliar town. I was tired from 16 hours of work and feeling quite down. As I woke the boys and gave them breakfast and sent them off to school, I was watching the morning news and began to feel like quite a fool. As the reporter began to describe the awful disaster scene, I fell to my knees. "Thank you, God," I began to scream. Without all that bad luck, I would have been dead. But we had a new home, and I had a new job instead. I finally got it, God. It was a bad luck blessing that you had given me, that had kept me guessing. So the next time bad luck comes your way, ponder what it is God is saving you from today.